Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your weekly reading for April 17th through 23rd. Hello. I'm not on camera today, and you may hear some music in the background because I'm listening to like smooth jazz. But I'm here. So, Taurus, let's jump in. We're going to pull some oracle cards first. Let's see what Spirit has for you April 17th through 23rd. Ooh, Priest in the Shadow. Violates the trust of your spiritual community, seduced by your own spiritual role. I'm going to be honest, Taurus. This very much carries the energy. If you don't get grounded, the universe is going to ground you itself. And you don't want that. Okay? It's like it feels like a messiah complex almost. Like you're the person that's going to save it all. And nothing's the matter with like being helpful, but it has a different vibe to it than just being helpful. Okay, so it's almost like a reality check or a grounding of sorts for you this week. Okay, April 17th through 23rd. Ooh, sensitivity and strength. Tapping the forces within. Yeah. Definitely a reality check week for you. It this week is going to try to get you to focus on the long term, like how your actions are going to affect your future, and giving you a chance to not rectify it, but kind of redirect it. To kind of redirect that energy. Okay. Synergy. Yeah. Um remember that everybody has opinions and there are different ways to do things. Your job may have a process that you do it this way and you're like, it'll be so much easier to do it this way. Sometimes you just got to do it the way they say it, you know? And the same goes with other people. Like, but it almost comes off to me as you're not listening to someone's emotions. It's like someone feels like you're not listening to their emotions, but you're like, I'm not being emotional so we can think about things logically. I feel like that's how you're thinking about it, but to them, they're not feeling heard. So there's just a difference in perception here. Okay. Well, anyway, let's see. April 17th through 23rd. Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Pentacles. First of all, there's a lot of focus on work here. There's a lot of focus on money and work. And it's all in the reverse. I feel like there needs to be a change in process or a change in how you're doing things. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, Taurus. It feels like you are sort of like a workaholic, but it's not working towards the bottom line, right? So it's like you're working on everything else besides what's important for you to be working on at the moment. You're not taking a moment to care, either for others, for your relationship, for your job, like your main job, or your self, like self-care. Okay? And it looks like this is a missed opportunity that could be used to better you in the future. That's what it is. So it's like you need to stop and focus on either yourself, care for yourself, your family, your emotions, someone else's emotions. It's like something you find less important. Okay, we're going to get into this some more though. Yeah. You've been trying to heal maybe financial issues or home issues or do something almost for yourself, it looks like. Yeah, I feel like you've had to make some hard decisions in the past, and you were like, "Well, I want to work on this or I want to do this," and that's what you've been doing. It's like you want to be heard, or like you felt like you weren't being heard, so you've kind of gotten really into being heard. But the problem is maybe you're not hearing other people, and I feel like you're starting to see like this isn't working. This isn't working, this direction. That's where we're ending, is that it's not working, okay? So I feel like you're missing the opportunity. Yeah, by sticking to these perceived laws and rules that you have made for yourself, I feel like you're missing things. Maybe like in your marriage, you know? Um, this almost gives me the feeling of when people go to church but they don't have like a spiritual connection or they don't believe in what it is that they're doing. That's what it feels like. So it's kind of like being in a marriage as well and forgetting about the love part, of the marriage, but and just having the everyday part. Um yeah. It's you'll notice if you've had a lot of tension or arguments in that area, that's the area that you need to focus the most on. Okay. So yeah, there hasn't been a good balance stricken in this situation. Um, so I feel like generally at first you were just kind of like Taurus. You felt like you were doing things for the right reasons, and I feel like that's kind of stuck in your head is like I'm doing this for the right reasons, but you're not paying attention that it's been going left. Like it hasn't been a very positive turn, but I don't think you're paying attention to that. And that's what this is doing, is getting you to pay attention to it so you can start applying it into real life. Okay, let me get some advice. You know what this is like a proverb, and I'm gonna tell you what I got with these two cards. It's the Two of Cups, by the way, and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. I got, if you don't work on the relationship, how do you expect it to stay a happy relationship? Like, if you don't work on the thing that you're trying to get, how do you expect it to be that way? Right? So let's say it's a marriage. If you don't work on the love in the marriage, how do you expect it to stay a loving marriage? Okay? Just like that. If you expect it to be a cohesive work environment where everyone's happy, how can you have that without working on that? Okay? Simple, simple, easy peasy. Let's see what else I can get out of here. Okay, King of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and then Ace of Swords. Yeah, this week you're about to come out of yourself. It's real comfortable where you are. Okay. I feel like it's been real lucrative up until now. Like you've been focused on your work. You've been focused on, kind of hard headed, stubborn, what I say goes kind of energy. But I feel like that has blocked you from hearing other people's opinions or being able, and also being able for you to be heard from others because it just seems to them, you don't listen to them, they don't listen to you. It's turning into like a shit show, excuse my language. So I feel like in order to break the monotony, there's like this aha moment. Maybe someone says something or you have an epiphany that things need to change. Yeah. I feel like Taurus this week, you're going to be willing to take on the hard stuff. Like the stuff that you didn't want to deal with, the stuff that was hard for you to open up about, that's what you're doing. It's like you're finding it a priority because it needs to be done. In order for you to stay successful or to keep your life as kind of solid as it is, you're realizing that you need others to do that, right? You can't do it on your own, which means that you're going to have to open up. Okay? Yeah. And I've said this to you before, but it looks like you didn't open up before. You didn't make changes before because you didn't see how it would be beneficial. And now you're starting to see how it'd be beneficial because it's starting to impact you on a larger scale. And that's how the universe does things, Taurus. If you don't listen, they'll make you listen. And that's what I was getting from that card. Okay? All right, Taurus. I'll see you next week, okay? I love you. Bye bye.